Yep, hello there. This is Daniel Eric or Williver or Guillermo Gage, and I am making this video at 2:25 a.m. and it is 2025 June 19th. And I'm here to update about the events of June 17th and June 18th of 2025. My last video was sent out sometime after 1 p.m. On June 17th. And so I'd like to talk about what I've accomplished. Now, I'm going to just talk about, for now, stuff from the 11 main goals, some of the key stuff that I hadn't been doing for a while. I finally read from the more from the Holy Bible after probably several days away. And I was last on Genesis chapter 9, and in the closing 12 minutes of June 18th, I managed to read chapters 10, 11, 12, and 13. And I'm telling you right now, that was without just skimming it. Some of the stuff I'm familiar with. Chapter 10 is just a genealogy chapter. It's Shem, Ham, Japheth. That's where the phrase Semites comes from, sons of Shem. And they talk about the Japhethites, Hamites, Semites, and then here we go, and then they talk about Abram, who eventually becomes Abraham. That's in there as well. Oh, chapter 11 is the Tower of Babel, and then chapter 12 is the call of Abram. Abram goes to Egypt, and then chapter 13 is when Abram and Lot separate. And so I got a little farther along, and I would like to study more of this as well. And then so it's 2 minutes and 16 seconds into this video, and I want to have less ums and uhs and whatnot. So, oh yeah, I did push-ups. Yeah, so on the 18th, from 3 p.m. and 51 seconds to 3:06 and 14 seconds, I did a very particular type of push-up, and those are the type of push-ups that I want to be doing, and those are the types that I usually do whenever I do push-ups. 10-pound backpack filled with a couple of textbooks, and these are called the Green Sally Up push-ups or Bring Sally Up push-ups. I'm just gonna quick describe the type of push-ups they are. So look up Bring Sally Up or Green Sally Up push-ups method. It is a great method because it uses time under tension. So it's you bring Sally up and then bring Sally down on your push-ups. Then you hold this position until they say bring Sally up, or it's really green Sally up again. Then there's these longer pauses. I call them the Old Miss Lucy pauses. And you'll find out about that with a link to the song. It is with these longer push-ups, I call them the after Old Miss Lucy when you accomplish them again, when they say bring Sally up or green Sally up again. So here's how many I did. It might not sound like a lot, but you try them. You try them with a 10-pound backpack and you'll see how well you do. It's 8 AOML, 4 AOML, 4 AOML. So 3 AOMLs or AOMLs. And then my knee hits the ground. And then that's like over 2 minutes or 2 minutes and some 7-something seconds in. I'm finally soaked in sweat. My knee hits the ground. Immediately what I do is I try again, right? Because that's just 2 minutes worth of push-ups. I try again. Afterward, the number of push-ups you can accomplish without hitting your knee hitting the ground drops exponentially. I quick rise up, hit the left key on the keyboard to backspace the video that I have saved as an offline file, and starts the 5-second countdown again. So basically I'm getting like a 8 or 9 second breather pretty much. And then I only accomplish one push-up. Like one single push-up, my knee hits the ground. Well, actually, my knee doesn't hit the ground. I get distracted because I thought I feel something on my big toe. And then it turns out there isn't anything, I guess. Maybe I'm not used to doing push-ups. My toes aren't as used to doing the push-ups. Hopefully I'm having good form. I'm going to ask people around about that when I have people look at my form and stuff. But then I get right back to it. So after that one fluke push-up, it's 4, then 4, then 2, then 2, then 2. And it genuinely does get tiring. Like I said, exponential decrease. But I haven't done them in like 15 days as well. So every time I fail, I restart the 5-second countdown. And so that's how many I did. 8 almol, 4 almol, 4 almol, then 1, then 4, 4, 2, 2, 2. And that's typically when I start to quit out, when I can do no more than like 2 at a time. So 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in this video. So basically, I'm trying to make these videos shorter. So let's just talk about the rest of what I did. I did a bunch of errands. Turns out my moped does not need an oil change. You're supposed to put it on the center stand. I show up at 4 p.m., so just barely 4:02 p.m., so like 58 minutes before the scooter shop had to close. And yeah, it turns out I don't need an oil change. It just needs to be on its center stand. Now, eventually, I'm going to have to get that oil drain plug off for when it does need an oil change. But for now, I don't need an oil change. I ended up doing some driving around some local shops downtown, and I did eat an ice cream cone. Actually, an ice cream cone, and so I didn't have any plastic, but that's sugar. That's processed food. It was with a waffle cone. And across the street is another cutesy little store called Mike's Man Cave. And basically, there's just little trinkets and stuff there. I end up going there. I end up buying a shirt. And I bought the wrong size shirt. And the shop ends up closing. The very next day, I get there. And I was able to exchange the shirt because it's like brand new, you know. And however, as a result, that was extra driving around on the scooter that turns out works just fine. The service light on the scooter is not accurate. Yeah, it turns out that sometimes if you drive at short distances, the service light is not an accurate way to gauge it. So eventually, maybe I'll have to figure out how to reset the service light. That's what the scooter people said. All right then. But turns out, I'm looking around, turns out I was barely on the internet any of the past couple days. However, there was there was a period of a couple hours when I was watching like 10 different YouTube videos, from like midnight to like 2 a.m. And during some of it, I was cleaning up around the house. During some of it, I was not. So I would say that I did not really earn that internet time, you know, like I was saying, by doing the stuff before and doing the productive stuff beforehand, and by having a larger balance of minutes of productive activity versus leisurely internet activity. It was interesting videos. I'm gonna link some of the material. All right then. Bye for now, I guess, because I want to keep this under 10 minutes. Oh, by the way, one more thing I want to mention. The daily gardening. The slugs have not gotten to my green bean plants yet. I threw out 3 slugs around like 11 p.m. Back on the 18th, which was just a few hours ago. So they are still intact, those green bean plants. All right then, bye for now.